The history of the Baloch nation before Islamic era. Welcome to our journey through the history of the Baloch nation before the arrival of Islam. The Baloch people, who primarily live in Balochistan, have a long and fascinating history. Today we will explore their origins, culture, language, and where they came from. The exact origins of the Baloch people are not very clear and are still debated by historians. Some believe the Baloch come from the ancient Median Empire, which existed around 600 BCE in what is now Iran. Others think they migrated from the region around the Caspian Sea. Despite the mystery, we know the Baloch have a unique cultural identity that has lasted for thousands of years. The Baloch people have traditionally lived a semi-nomadic lifestyle. This means they moved around with their livestock and also farmed small plots of land. The harsh, mountainous terrain they lived in required them to be tough and adaptable. They developed strong tribal bonds, with each tribe led by a sardar, or chief. Before Islam, the Baloch were influenced by the powerful Persian empires. During the Achaemenid Empire, 550–330 BCE, founded by Cyrus the Great, the Baloch region was part of the Persian Empire. The Achaemenids divided their empire into provinces called satrapies, and Balochistan was likely part of the Gedrosia satrapy. The location of the Baloch people along important trade routes meant they interacted with many neighboring cultures. They traded with the Persians, Indians, and later the Greeks. These interactions brought new ideas and technologies to the Baloch, enriching their culture while they kept their distinct identity. In 330 BCE, Alexander the Great conquered the Persian Empire, including the Baloch region. His march through the Gedrosian desert was very difficult due to the harsh terrain and resistance from local tribes. Although Alexander's control was brief, it brought some Greek influences to the area. After Alexander's death, the region saw the rise of the Parthian Empire, 247 BCE–224 CE, and later the Sasanian Empire, 224–651 CE. Both empires had varying control over the Baloch. The Parthians allowed the Baloch tribes a lot of autonomy, while the Sasanians brought more direct Persian influence. The Baloch have always had a strong tribal structure. Their society was organized into tribes and clans, each led by a sardar. Tribal councils, called jirgas, were important for making decisions and solving disputes. This system helped the Baloch stay united and maintain their independence. Before Islam, the Baloch had a rich culture. They spoke Balochi, a language that has kept many ancient Iranian features. Balochi was used in their poetry, stories, and songs, which helped preserve their history and traditions. The Baloch practiced a mix of Zoroastrianism and local beliefs. Zoroastrianism, from ancient Persia, focused on the worship of Ahura Mazda and the fight between good and evil. They also worshipped natural elements and spirits, which were part of their local traditions. Festivals and celebrations were a big part of Baloch culture. These events brought tribes together to celebrate their heritage with music, dance, and poetry. Such gatherings strengthened their social bonds and cultural identity. Archaeological findings in Balochistan, like pottery and tools, show us glimpses of their ancient past. These discoveries prove that the Baloch have lived in this region for a long time, maintaining their unique culture through the ages. The pre-Islamic history of the Baloch nation shows their strength and unique identity. From their mysterious origins and interactions with powerful empires to their strong tribal systems and rich traditions, the Baloch have a unique place in history. Reference: Axworthy, Michael. A History of Iran, Empire of the Mind. Spooner, Brian. Balochistan, Geography, History, and Ethnography. Salzman, Philip Carl. The Baloch, Style and Substance in a Middle Eastern Society. Harrison, Selig S. In Afghanistan's Shadow, Baloch Nationalism and Soviet Temptations. Elfenbein, Yosef. Balochi Language and Literature. Fry, Richard N. The Heritage of Persia. Potts, Daniel T. The Archaeology of Elam, Formation and Transformation of an Ancient Iranian State. Possel, Gregory L. The Indus Civilization, A Contemporary Perspective. Mehrgar Neolithic, The Birth of Agriculture, Livestock Raising and Crafts in South Asia. To stay updated on the next parts of this video series, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook page.